Get our app, AFO Radio. You know, being away from all the partying, the music, the fun and entertainment, well, that kind of gets you in the vibe a little bit. Hey, good afternoon and welcome to Tea Time with Mag. I'm, of course, Mag, and we're coming to you live from AFO Radio's Facebook page. We do hope that you're doing well. Selamat berpuasa to all our friends, our Muslim friends as well. And for those of you who are working from home, do take it easy. I know it can get a little stressful sometimes, but, pace yourself, all right? If you're back at work, I hope you are practicing precautionary measures and, your social distancing, washing your hands more often, and also sanitizing. Yeah. But of course, if you're sanitizing, you tend to get very dry hands. So you want to moisturize as well. Now, this afternoon, I am very honored to have Agilan AllIgator Thani, the MMA fighter from One Championship. Now, he's won the Malaysian Invasion welterweight title, and he's gone on to do something very interesting during this whole MCO period. Okay, so let's bring on Agilan this afternoon. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
So how's it been like for you? How's the whole CMCO been treating you?
The first 6 weeks was just staying at home doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I came up with some plans. I started to go out. I started to teach online classes and also do one-on-one privates.
That's right. I think during the whole MCO period, you also were very active in helping different kitchens reach out to provide food, right? That's pretty cool. That's nice of you.
Yeah, I helped my longtime sponsor, Sell Atelier.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to HKL and we delivered food there. But we went to their kitchen first to prepare the food and everything.
Very nice. So instead of being a fighter in the future, you can also take over a kitchen someday?
No. I didn't cook. I just arranged the food. They cooked and they gave it to me.
Okay, they were taking precautionary measures that way. Okay, so with over 50 days of being at home, what have you been doing, keeping yourself occupied? I've noticed that your home is like literally a gym.
Yes, it has been a gym for a very long time, as you can see at the back.
I know.
I just put pillows and I lay down, but mostly it's just mats, punching bag, a treadmill, and a assault bike.
So how often do you work out? I mean, what's the lifestyle of a fighter?
Well, if I have a fight, I work out every day, 2 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
But since this MCO started, I don't know when I'll be fighting again, so I just work out 3 to 4 times a week.
Okay, so knowing that you're not sure when your next fight would be, do you still maintain the discipline or a little bit looser on the discipline?
I have to maintain a little discipline so I don't get very heavy because I want to maintain my weight. And then other than that, I pretty much eat any kind of food I want in moderation and enjoy a little bit long.
Enjoy a little bit lah. So who cooks though at home?
Well, my fiance cooks.
That's nice, thank God.
Food Panda comes to deliver every now and then.
All right, I guess we're all in the same boat then.
Yep, no special.
Okay, so now with many people experiencing cabin fever, I notice, some are going through anxiety and depression. Have you ever experienced anything of that sort?
I don't know. Some days, I feel like cranky, mad and stuff, but don't call it anxiety and depression, I guess. It doesn't last long. After a day or two, I'm over it and I'm start doing something else.
Yep. So it's just cabin fever lah. We just cannot stay at home for way too long, kan?
Probably.
So what do you do when you're cranky and moody and just, angry at everything else?
Pick a fight with my fiance, argue about this and that. Make an argument, make it interesting, and then apologize to each other. Now we gotta work double, so it's all good, I guess.
So you like living on the dangerous side of things, isn't it? Picking a fight with your fiance.
No lie. It happens out of the blue, and then I realized, we're having the cabin fever. That's why this is happening.
So how do you make up to her then, knowing that you yourself picked the fight?
Oh, it's hard. Sometimes I have to apologize almost half a day to get her back to normal. It's not easy.
Padan
It'll
muka.
probably, yes.
Okay, so I recently saw your story on Facebook, and that's why I reached out to you. You've actually ventured into personal training. So, how did you come about that whole idea?
Well, I used to teach before for
Okay.
like 4 years before I stopped and continued to become a full-time athlete.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, man, I've been teaching people before, and I was certified in a certain way to teach as well. So might
Okay.
as well try teach people now online because I see many people are doing this online thingy.
That's
And I was
right.
like,
That's
oh,
right.
let's start doing it, then it shouldn't be a problem.
And it all kicked off from there. I mean,
Hey,
were
all
there
kicked off
any?
from there. And I was working out at home as well, doing my own workouts and posting. Then I realized when I post my workouts, people are like interested to watch it
Yeah.
more than just me talking. So then I was like, oh, might as well I should teach, you know?
Yeah, that's true. So, how long ago did you initiate this idea? Was it just recently, like a week ago, or has that idea been brewing like all throughout the whole MCO?
Well, I was thinking about it when the third phase of MCO started, but
Mm-hmm.
I only put it to action last week.
Okay. And 1 week into into this whole thing, what's the reaction like? What how have people reacted to it?
Well, some are still curious, like about the one-on-one private sessions,
Yep.
and then some are still like, oh, will it be possible to learn things through
Online.
through online? It is possible to learn things online. It's better sometimes because if someone watches you, they can correct your form, your technique, and at the same time get a good workout in.
I think most of the time people are more worried that it's online, right? It's via video, so you can't really have that personal touch, and you're not so sure whether, hey, really or not, he's actually doing the right thing, or if he is really in the right form.
True. Sometimes it's hard to correct, but at the same time, if your explanation is good enough for the person to understand, and then probably the person is going to catch up correctly.
Okay, so have you been practicing your explanation to make sure it's crystal clear? Did you try it
Yeah.
with your fiance?
Yeah, I tried with her, and I try it with some of my clients, but I try to keep it as simple as possible and
Yep.
try to give as many repetitions as I can. You know.
Yep. So what would you say is like the ultimate goal of, doing this one-on-one training or video conferencing training?
Well, the ultimate goal is to try and get people into shape or keep them at least healthy during this COVID-19 season.
Mm-hmm.
And mainly after this COVID-19 season is over, is to encourage people to have a healthy lifestyle. Simple as that.
Very nice. Now, for our viewers watching this afternoon, hey, welcome to the show. I'm speaking to Agilan Thani. He is, of course, a one championship fighter and athlete, and he has moved on, or rather, keeping himself busy with online classes and giving you one-to-one classes as well. So you can actually reach out to him. And if you have any questions or messages, you can leave it down below on the comment section, and we will channel it directly to him this afternoon. Let's say hi to Riji Tayaparan. He says, hi, brother. So, yeah, that's directed to
Hi.
you. Okay, so now taking a personal class with you, we all know who you are, that could be a little bit intimidating, so what would you like to tell people? I mean, going on a personal class with a normal personal trainer, that's right, that's all right, that's normal, but you're like a fighter, you're a champion, and people know you from what you've done in the past as well. So what would you like to tell them?
Well, I will tell them I'm fighting for a living, and I'm not going to fight you as a client because you're my client and you're going to pay me. And my goal is to try and help you. That's it. I am in no way trying to beat up somebody for no reason, unless you
Very
try to mug me or something.
So let's get this clear, right? This is straight up personal training, right? It's
Yeah,
not
one on
training to be a fighter, right?
yeah, no. It's about learning kickboxing. It's like learning self-defense and learning martial arts. I know I fight mixed martial arts. I know kickboxing, boxing, MMA, grappling. I'm a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Obviously, I'm gonna do a one-on-one session with less contact possible with you because of the COVID season.
That's right.
But other than that, yeah, we are going to learn all this stuff in that class, and also condition your body, because trust me, a normal human being won't be able to defend themselves properly with the
Correct.
with the condition that they are in right now.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Now, of course, if you just joined us, it's two different classes. Yeah, you either take it online or you do a one-on-one. So, an online class would actually be via video conferencing, and a one-on-one would actually mean you get to meet him and have that one-on-one time with him as he walk you through the different methods of being fit. Right?
Yep.
Okay, so I've looked at his packages. It's actually very, very affordable and very impressive. So you can get in touch with Agilan for more details on that one. In the meantime, let's talk about your story. How did you become who you are today?
Well, it all started from my journey trying to learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended up in Kelana Jaya in a small gym training at 16 years old. And then from 16 years old, I just quit the sports for like 3 months. And then I started back in 17 years old in a bigger gym called Monarchy MMA
Mm-hmm.
with my trainer at that time was Samir Mrabet, but currently he owns three of the Monarchy in the city center.
All right.
Yeah, so I started there, I trained, and then at 18, I just applied for a job there when they were reopening a big branch, and I started training continuously. After a year and a half, yeah, I started competing in the local shows, and then I started competing in Mima, and I won Mima. I became the champion there, and then one championship signed me 7 months later,
Okay.
and I had
How
my first pro debut there.
how has the journey been so far?
Oh, rough, I can say, up and down, here and there. It's never easy. I have worked throughout my time getting to become a pro. I was still working in the gym as a cleaner,
Yeah.
and still was teaching people and being the cleaner and trying to compete and train for a bout as well.
Interesting. Now you have a very interesting childhood story. And you were not always the Agilan Thani that we know today, all built up, all muscles. And I think a lot of us have gone through that story as well. So you want to share with us a little bit of your history?
Very simple. Like when I was young, I was very fat, like fat. Like now, maybe more fat than now, I guess. I used to be 139 kilos at the max, which I could remember. I don't know if I was heavier or not, but every time when people ask, I say 139. It was the max I have ever been, and I wanted to learn martial arts for self-defense because bullying was a big thing because of my size. People
Yep.
always bully because of my size, mostly verbal abuse, but sometimes there was some physical altercations happening here and there. I get
Mm-hmm.
beat up. Some people will never like when me standing back up to a bully, and
Correct.
then people beat me up. And the most important part was my dad wasn't there to help me. My dad was like, "You're on your own. If you get in trouble and you come and complain, I will hit you first, and then I will go and check what's up is with the bully."
Very
So it was
Asian parenting.
yes. And my dad was even hardcore at that because of the place that we were from. Because most of the guys who were there are all gangsters.
Okay.
And it was hard for me to like complain to my dad what my problem was. So
Mm.
learn how to ignore things since a very young age.
I think a lot of kids go through this as well, being bullied as a child. And then because we're always told to just defend ourselves, we
Yeah.
we grow up feeling very insecure about things, but you've taken things in a different way. You told yourself you're going to get better, and inspired by the movie, you decided to become a fighter. So what would your
Correct.
advice be for kids or young adults or teenagers going through that same scenario, for instance?
Well, I will definitely say that who are getting bullied these days, right? The best way to stand up for yourself is learning how to control your mind to not give in to this simple. Because it's only going to get physical if you argue and you stand up for yourself.
Correct.
Fight back. When you fight back, that's when it's going to get physical. So might as well train your mind to be much more stronger to defend what they're saying than trying to defend physically from what they're saying.
Okay. Now, I think it's also like you say, if you fight back, there's definitely repercussions, right?
Yes,
So
definitely.
how do you train your mind? What are we training towards?
Learning how to keep yourself patient and understand that words can't hurt you.
Wow, that's tough, it's not
Yeah,
easy.
yeah, it's
Because
not easy,
word they
but
do they do say that the tongue is more powerful than the sword sometimes. What you say can pierce through more painful than a sword would.
yeah, but let's put it straight. You saying something can hurt my feelings, but me beating you up back is going to put you in hospital. Going to make your pocket empty, and at the same time, going to give you pains for months, which is going to ruin your life. Worse.
Very well said. But of course, now you're equipped with the right knowledge to defend yourself that way.
Yeah, but I don't. I prefer not to fight anybody.
So fighting is at the end of the day the last resort lah.
Definitely. Fighting is, yes, you can defend yourself if the person attacks you and you defend.
Yeah.
But if it's a verbal altercation and the person is bullying you and saying something, okay, I prefer you don't fight. You just say, okay, done, we walk away from this. You
Very
know,
nice.
sorry, oh, sorry. Or take it in a positive way. Oh, you're fat. Yes, I'm fat and healthy. Walk away.
Yeah, I try to tell my son that too. He comes out, he's like, "Mommy, people bully me and they say I'm fat and all that." I was like, "You know what? Um, just tell them thank you very much. My mother feeds me very well," and
Yeah,
walk
that's a
away.
good way.
But I know that it does hurt deeply. But in the future,
Definitely.
I would have to think about how else can I do this. So yeah, eventually he'll learn how to defend himself. So I'm going to leave it up to him.
Yep.
Okay, so how effective? We're going to go back to online classes. How effective can the online classes be? I mean, one-on-one, definitely you can see results like almost immediately because you're there physically to help them and make sure that your forms are perfect and you're doing the right things. You go back with the right pains and aches and whatnot. But online classes, if you're not doing it effectively, you won't feel anything, right?
Well, depends on what kind of exercises you're going to give the person to make sure it's effective and easy for him to follow.
Okay,
Okay, so I posted a client that I was training. He was from Australia, and
correct,
it's freezing in Australia right now at night.
correct.
And we did the class here 4, and he's 6, so it's like night already there, and here's still like evening. And I was teaching him, and he was dripping in sweat with a hoodie. He was training in his garage, which was outside, cold. So, and he texted me and he said like, "Oh, I am feeling pain and aches on my legs." Yes, so you did the right thing. I made you do the leg workout and some upper body. So, I think in a way it's still effective.
That's right. I guess that's an accomplishment for you, right? Knowing that he did it right, he's sweating and he's done what he was
Yes,
supposed to do, okay?
supposed to do, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. For those of you who are watching and want to see, okay, for yourself that this actually went through, we'll play you the video right now to see this particular person training from Australia with Agilan via online. So let's see if
Each
the video
hand.
plays.
Okay, so you see the form for the bum again. You have to flatten your body a little bit more. Yes, nice. A little bit more. A little bit more. Okay, a little bit more. Walk your hands a little bit more forward. Yep, a little bit more. Bring your hips along. Bring your hips along. Bring some more. Some more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Perfect. Good. Okay, now go push-ups. Go. 1. Nice. 2. Nice. 3. 4. 5. Change. The other side. 5 the other side. Nice work. Good job. Keep going. Yep. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now stand up. Let's go. Punches. Punches. Let's go. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Punches. Yep. Good punches. 30 good ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Last one, 30. Okay, breather. Good job. Take a break.
I thought that was so brilliant. I mean, knowing that he is following you, according to your instructions and doing it right, and you can actually see his form, like you said, like you can see his form correctly. So well done, you guys.
Thank
I
you.
mean, it's not easy, but you've made it possible and you've made it happen. And I'm very sure he's happy that he's training with you as well.
True.
Yeah. So how many clients do you have so far?
I have about online clients. I have about 3 to 4.
Okay. In
And
just
then
1 week, so that's pretty good.
no, altogether I have 4 clients, 2 one-on-ones and 2 online.
Okay. And where is the one-on-one being held?
So one-on-one is basically in a gym,
Mhm.
okay, or in a studio you can call it,
Okay.
but under the SOP rules which is applied. So currently I am working with another gym which is called Jeet Academy Care. It's in Bangsa.
Okay.
So yeah, so if you take a one-on-one class with me, your
Mhm.
lessons will be over there.
Okay. So it is in Bangsa then.
Yeah, it's a studio that I can rent for an hour for a certain amount, and I can
Okay.
teach them the class there with the equipments there.
Okay.
And yeah, but there are rules that we have to follow. Like the clients are not allowed to shower in the gym.
Okay.
There can only be one client at a time
Okay.
and one trainer, and then they have to bring their own towel and own water bottle.
Okay.
After the class, they leave. They don't sit
Okay.
around.
So
And
these are all precautionary measures, yeah, during the
yes,
COVID season. Very good.
and the last but not least, measure the temperature, sanitize, IC number, phone number, name, and address. That's it.
Well done. Brilliant. I like that. I mean, now we know for all of viewers watching, at least you know that, precautionary measures are being taken and you will be safe in the hands of Agilan in terms of, combating COVID as well. Now, on your poster, you've mentioned that you've got kickboxing, you got boxing, Muay Thai, MMA fundamentals, and strength and conditioning. So do you teach them all of these or they can pick
So these are the
whichever one?
classes you can choose.
You can choose.
Yes, depends.
Okay.
If one day you feel bored of just picking up the dumbbells and everything, okay, we can switch it up a little cardio based. We'll do some boxing today. Make it a little bit
Okay.
more.
So you are open to, spicing up classes as well, lah.
Definitely. Especially Malaysians, we are bored easily with doing the same thing again and again. So we got to change it up.
Correct, very true. So it's going to be entertaining, I'm guessing, and he works out with you too. As you can see in the video, he doesn't have to, but he is at the same time while his client is doing it there in Australia. So I thought it's really, really nice. Now, how can they reach you to get the one-on-one classes?
So one-on-one classes is pretty simple. You DM
Mm.
me to my Instagram or Facebook through my athlete page or my normal page.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I reply you and you're okay with it, the pricings and everything, you make the payment. I send you my phone number and the location, and then we can start booking your class and just start going with it.
Very nice. I like that part where I send you the location and all the details. That's like a very hush hush kind of thing, but it's nice.
Yes.
It's
Because we don't
very
want people to crowd up in one place, by giving the location, and so we got to be really careful with what we do right now, so we
definitely.
can open the gym later on as well.
Definitely, definitely. Okay. Now you've been sharing some home videos. So would you do us the honor of sharing some home workouts that every one of us,
Yep, for
especially
sure.
myself, lazy like nobody's business, can possibly do it, which is easy and not hurting ourselves. We won't hurt ourselves by doing that. Would you do us the honor?
Okay,
All
very
right, cool.
simple. So
The stage is all yours.
I'll show two workouts. One is called two steps and touch the floor. Hopefully I have a better way to show this. So here, just take two steps. One, two, touch the floor. 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 And then if you have a water bottle in your house or like something big, like for example, I have this, all I have to do is put it in between me here, and I just touch. The further you put, the harder it gets. Okay? That's two workouts. You can do it every day or like every other day for as many repetitions as you can, or time based. You can do it 1 minute, and then repeat it for 10 times. That's a 10-minute workout. That's it.
And how effective is this workout?
Well, I just did this one, and I'm breathing heavy already. And this one, the faster you go, it gets more tired and tired. You can feel the burn on your leg and your butt. So one.
Okay.
So the faster you do, the harder it gets.
Okay. And like for hardcore, fitness buffs out there, and they're asking, how can you elevate this?
Longer durations and more repetitions.
More repetitions.
So you can do it for 3 minutes each exercise.
Okay. All right. So there you go. You can do these workouts from home. It's actually very simple. Well, it looks simple, but it could be challenging depending on your fitness level as well. So
Definitely.
yeah, and you can follow him on Instagram, on Facebook as well, because he's got lots of things that he shares over there as well. So you can actually follow and see how you can help yourself. But in the meantime, if you would like to reach out to Agilan for that one-on-one classes or the online classes, once again, Agilan, how can they get in touch with you?
My Instagram account, Agilan Thani, and my Facebook account, Agilan AllIgator Thani. That's it.
How did the alligator come into place?
Very funny question, because I used to fight like years back, like maybe 7, 8 years back. My first ever fight, I fought against a Sea Games boxer in a kickboxing match,
Okay.
and his name was Ideal the Raging Bull Hafiz.
Ooh.
Yeah, you see, he had like a cool name. So the promoter was like, "How many fights you have?" "I don't have no fights. This is my first fight." "Okay, your nickname is Alligator, so it will sound cool next to his."
So he gave you a name and it stuck forever.
It stuck forever, because in that fight it was supposed to be kickboxing, but I didn't kick and punch. I just pushed him to the wall and keep him there and punch and move away. It was so funny.
Well, he is the raging bull after all. So yeah, you have to keep pushing him. Okay, so is there any specifications or requirements before they actually sign up for classes with you?
No, but if you're sick and I measure you and the temperature is high, I have to send you back home. I won't
Okay.
train you, just for
Okay.
safety purpose.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So make sure you're in the best of health, and
Yeah,
you're not running a fever or flu before you actually go for your
that is
classes. If
right.
you've
Yeah.
already if you've already signed up and you suddenly fall ill, you can let him know. I'm sure he'll say it's okay. We will postpone the
We
class
will
to a later date.
reschedule. Yeah. Definitely,
Definitely.
I will not take money from you for free. I will try to teach you more.
Is there like a limited time that you have to complete all the classes? Like, for instance, you've got like a set of 10 classes, right? So if the person signs up for 10 classes, is there like a certain time frame that they have to complete it by?
Usually, try to do the first 2 weeks, 2 classes a week, and then the following 2 weeks is 3 classes a week. So that will be done in a month.
Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
but sometimes you can extend it for 5 weeks. So there's
Okay,
2 classes every week.
2 classes every week. So that's like the most ideal, kan? I mean, for
Yeah,
someone
lah,
who's
but
not used to.
training.
Hmm.
But
So what?
now I give leeways lah because people are still like scared and about the season. So yeah, take your time.
Okay, fair enough. So what happens when they go back and they're aching and they're sore? Do you give them extra advice how to, help them along in terms of curbing the soreness and all that?
Yeah, definitely. Like I also give them tips and advice on like how to eat healthier, have a better diet plan. I myself used to be heavy and used to lose weight, so I can teach them better things. And also some recovery methods that can help them as well.
Okay. Okay. So is it true that working out alone without controlling your diet will result in nothing, really?
No, actually, working out alone will actually condition your body and will give you a good stamina or something like that. But if you want to lose weight, yes, definitely you have to diet.
Control your diet. Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Do
losing
you have
weight,
to
diet.
do you have to eliminate everything in your diet, or is there like specific diets that you can follow for your body type, or to adapt slowly at least?
Okay, I won't say this to everybody, but since I'm here, I will just put it out. So a diet has to be like a easy lifestyle for you to be able to follow. You should
Okay.
not be eliminating all the foods because when you eliminate all for a certain amount of time, and then once the time is over, you're going to go back to eating all of it again. So I
Agreed.
probably will just tell people to like, okay, if you want to eat a McDonald's burger, okay, you eat that, but the rest of the 2 meals, try to keep it as healthy as possible. You know,
Okay.
try to just more eat your greens, eat your carbs, eat your meals, whatever you want. Have a cheat day, 2 3 days, no problem, but limit the amount of food that you take, which is processed.
Okay.
And then create a healthy, a healthy habit of eating instead of just eating junk.
Okay, fair enough. And that's not easy to do. I mean, we have already conditioned ourselves to eat, this is how we eat and this is the kind of food we enjoy. And being Malaysians, we've got a lot to enjoy. So
True.
yeah.
Nasi lemak.
How long did it take you to condition yourself, in terms of diet and making sure you follow the right diets all the time?
Well, I don't follow diet anymore. I have a better eating habits.
Habit. Okay, brilliant.
Yeah. So I still eat nasi lemak. Don't get me wrong. I ate nasi lemak this morning, but my lunch was just chicken breast and broccoli.
Okay.
And
And
then
do you
my
have dinner?
dinner will probably, yeah, I'll eat a dinner. I have to constantly consume the amount of calories needed. I won't
Okay.
consume more than I need. You know what I mean? And if I get hungry or something, I just drink as much water as I can.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I
probably
guess.
dinner, I will add a cup of ice cream. See?
Oh,
It's, but a
nice.
small cup of ice cream, not a tub of ice cream.
As you've noticed, he said a cup of ice cream, not a tub of ice cream. So that's a
Yes.
reminder for all of us.
Yes.
I think you've shared with us a lot of really good advice on how to stay fit, stay healthy. Being consistent in what we do, I think, is also the
Definitely.
underlying message, yeah, in terms of working out or eating healthily. Like you said, you don't follow a diet, you have changed your eating habits completely, and you're disciplined that way. So it's good.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Now we've come to the end of the show already. So once again, maybe walk us through your classes that are available, how they can get in touch with you, and we will show them the poster of the classes that you're actually, going to have.
So should I go now? So I teach online classes or one-on-one private session, guys. You're interested, just DM me through my Instagram or my Facebook account. I teach kickboxing, boxing, MMA fundamentals, no-gi grappling, and strength and conditioning. So all the
Mhm.
classes are there. You just choose your classes and book a time. But before that, obviously, you have to contact me and do the rest of the things and decide what you want first.
What is the first thing that you should do when you decide, hey, I think I want to take on this class with Agilan Thani? What would be the first thing you should do?
DM me and look at the pricings first if it's all good with you and everything is good. Now be consistent with it. Once you've made the payment and everything, be consistent, constantly book your times and show up. Simple as that.
Okay. So once they're done with like perhaps 10 classes and they would like to continue, they are able to?
Yes, they are, obviously.
Very good, very good. So this is not just a one-time off lah. It
No
actually
lah,
can go on for a long time if you want to be consistent.
definitely.
Yeah, and
Definitely.
enjoy your classes.
Was
Is it going to be fun or is it going to be torturous, Agilan?
has to be a little bit fun, but at the same time torturous because you're trying to achieve a certain goal.
Very true. Well said. Okay, so we're going to do a very quick rapid fire segment. Now, if you could change your name to something else instead of the alligator, what would it be?
Oh, that's a hard one. Fried chicken, because I like fried chicken.
That's my next question. What's the one food that you love the most?
Fried chicken.
What's the one food that you cannot live without?
I would say nasi lemak with fried chicken.
Whoa, that fried chicken cannot leave behind, huh?
Yeah, it's very good.
Okay. Okay, if you were not an athlete, you were not a fighter, you're not Agilan Thani like we know today, what would you be?
I don't know, but I'll probably be working somewhere constantly, trying to be hustling. That's all.
Okay, so once this whole pandemic is under control, okay, what's the one thing that you want to do?
Take my fiance out for a date.
Right now cannot, right? Because all God, social distancing.
True. Probably go to the cinemas because it's been a while since we went to the cinemas.
Very nice, very nice. Now, one word to describe yourself.
Bad person.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not a good person. I don't want to say that I'm a good person. I'm a bad person. I'll say this to everybody.
What's the one thing you cannot live without?
I think probably my phone because I'm always on my phone these days.
And our final question is this: what is the one legacy that you like to leave behind?
Oh, since I'm doing MMA, the only thing I want to live out of there is I want to be the guy that competed against the highest level guys out there. Probably the baddest man in Malaysia.
And who is that right now?
I have no idea. We are all competing. I would say F-Ting. F-Ting is the baddest man in Malaysia.
All right, very nice. Now I'm just curious though, before we let you go, what are the MMA fighters doing right now during this whole pandemic season?
I see some of them doing the same thing, trying to teach people and help them. And one organization is open in the US, already putting out fights, which is UFC, obviously.
Okay.
But the other organizations are all closed, and most of the fighters are just living at home, training as much as they can, and teaching classes, enjoying time with their family, I guess.
Mhm. Have you picked up anything new during this whole MCO season?
Teaching people.
Teaching people. Okay, cool. So you're not actively involved in TikToks? You're not doing TikTok videos?
No, I do that because the first few weeks of MCO, I was just on TikTok 24/7, and I was like, oh, maybe we should do some videos on TikTok. So I started doing some videos on TikTok.
I saw the fighters do that whole "Don't Rush" challenge. It was a pretty cool take to
Yeah.
it. Very nice.
Oh, another thing I was doing was being a dispatch boy. I was delivering goods from people's house, door to door.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. At least you keep yourself occupied, lah.
Yes.
Brings you
That's the
sanity
only
to
thing you can do safe.
Yes, contactless delivery, definitely.
Yes.
All right, Agilan, it has been wonderful speaking to you this afternoon. It really is an honor having you on the show. Any last words for our listeners this afternoon?
Stay safe out there, and enjoy the rest of the day, people. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much. For those of you who actually have a chance to pick up a class with Agilan, please, let us know how it went for you. Also, we have a little surprise for you. Agilan has actually been very generous. He's giving us 2 sets of a single session for the online classes for our lucky viewers today. So if you're watching and you'd like to train with Agilan Thani via a video conferencing, all you got to do is like our page on Facebook, aforadio, or Agilan AllIgator Thani, and then share the video and tell us why you'd like to train with him. Okay, and the lucky winners will get that 1 session with yours truly, of course. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be entertaining, and I definitely can guarantee that you wanna have more classes after that 1 session, lah, for sure. Yeah, Agilan, once again, thank you so much for joining us. I'm gonna wish you all the best. Keep us updated on what you're doing next. In the meantime, stay home, stay safe, and take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
This is your homeboy DJ Joel Kwan. Hey, what's up? It's Jeremy here.
This is Alicia Fireheart on AFO Radio.
Attention, everyone.
Get our app, AFO Radio.